Welcome to 5 Minutes of Momentum. These episodes are a short 5-minute burst of inspiration, motivation, and massive action. If you need that little kick up the butt to get things moving and to inspire you to take massive action, then every single Thursday I'll be sending you through a 5-minute episode to download, digest, and implement to finish your week off strong. Are you ready to get started? Let's go. Throughout the month of October, I'm talking all about sales so you can level up your sales skills and become much more confident in your ability to sell more online. The reason for that is the doors to my Unstoppable Sales program are currently open until the 31st of October. This is my 4-month signature program to help you create your sales strategy, increase your lead generation, work on the sales process so you can feel super confident so you can convert clients consistently, and also work on your money mindset so you can stop limiting yourself. If you would love to be supported by me over the next 4 months, come and join me in the next round for Unstoppable Sales. All right, so how do we follow up with leads without being pushy or sleazy? All right, so I love this conversation because a lot of the time we get so caught up in our heads and we're worried about being pushy, salesy, or sleazy, and we don't follow up. And we don't follow up enough. Your sales are in the follow-up. If you do not follow up, there are a couple of things happening. 1, you are leaving so much money on the table. 2, you're leaving your potential leads to feel like you don't care by not following up, right? Like, put yourself in their shoes. If you had a conversation with someone and you were really interested in working with them and you needed some time to think about it, and then a week goes by or 2 weeks go by and they just never reach out to you, how do you think that would make you feel? Probably like they don't care. So I want you to think about as the follow-up as part of your service to show them that you care. And the best way to follow up without being pushy, salesy, or sleazy is actually not to ask about their decision. So if you go straight into like, hey, just checking in, why haven't you signed up yet? Or, hey, just checking in, have you made a decision? You're putting pressure on someone to make a decision. And so what we want to do is recognize if they haven't converted just yet, pay attention to what happened on the sales call and determine, did I actually uncover the value enough for them? Did I overcome their objections? Did the objections even come to the table? Because maybe I didn't ask enough questions to figure out what their objections are. And what if they actually have more questions? So what I normally do is follow up with that intention of like, hey, you most likely got more questions since we've spoken. Hopefully you've digested all the information. I'd love to know, what are your thoughts with regards to what we spoke about? Make it simple for people to come back to you and comfortable for them to come back to you to have another conversation. And this is where I've got to really shift your mindset from expecting that people are going to make a decision to buy after one conversation, right? Extend out the touch points so that you're allowing them to have time and space to think about it, then go back and answer more questions and create another opportunity to have another conversation. So there's a couple of different ways you can go about doing this. 1, if you feel like they say on the call that they actually want to take some time to think about it, so book in a follow-up call. So like, yes, agree with them. Absolutely, take some time to think about it. This is a decision that's important to you and it's important that you make the right decision for yourself. And I want you to make the right decision for you. So take some time to think about it. And then why don't we just touch base in say 4 days time, 5 days time, and jump on another call. And I'm sure you're going to have more questions. And so then we'll go through more questions and then I can share with you anything else that you need to know. And then you can then take some time to think about it. How does that sound? So give them more opportunities to find out more information because they don't think like you and they also don't have all the information to know whether it's going to be the right fit for them. So if they aren't ready to necessarily convert straight away from that one call, then give more opportunities for you to have further conversations. If you do proposals, go back to listen to the episode that I did about sending proposals because it's a whole other strategy. But if you don't do proposals and you would prefer to just do phone calls, that's fine. But give an opportunity for them to answer more questions. Now, the other way that I follow up, if they don't respond to that message, then normally I would then follow up with more value. So I think about how can I add more value? How can I solve more of the problems that they experienced when we were speaking about it? So whatever they brought up on the call, I would normally find a podcast episode that would speak to that problem and go and send it to them, or an article that I've written, or a social post that I've created, or a video that I've created, something that helps them really see the value in working with me because I've spoken about the problem they've experienced in the past. So send them something where they can learn from you to get more value, to feel like they've actually gotten a quick win from you. So then they see the value in then investing. So the reason why most people ghost or the people that don't follow up and convert is most likely because we haven't uncovered the value that's important to them and why they really need it and why they need it now, or we haven't communicated the value of the impact that we can have for them. So we need to make sure that we do that. So go back with more value, go back from a place of friendship rather than from a place of sales, and you're more likely to get a better response. So think about, like, if I was asked that question, would that make me feel uncomfortable? How would I even respond to that? How would I answer that question? If you don't know how to answer that question, they won't. So make it easy for them to respond to you. All right, let me know how you go, and hopefully this has changed the way that you think about following up.